You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney Theme Parks podcast. And this is show number 608 for Sunday, the 16th of August, 2026.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum Jayne Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Hello there, Jayne.
Hello there, Michelle. It feels like only, 2 minutes ago since we were chatting.
It was, in fact, only 2 minutes ago. But let's not pull open the curtain and share all the backstage secrets, because
spoil the illusion.
We'll save all of them for our lovely, wonderful Patreon supporters. Mwah to you all. I'm very excited as of today's date, but as of the day of releasing this podcast, because tomorrow I'll be boarding the Disney Wish.
Oh, I'm so excited for you to go on this ship, Michelle. One, because I'm very happy that you're getting to go on a new cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
Two, because you're getting to go to both private islands, which I think is fantastic. But I'm also really looking forward to you and I having a good old chin wag. God, how British do I sound with that? A good old chin wag about your thoughts in comparison to the other cruise ships.
Yeah, and as my heart belongs to the Disney fantasy, as it was my first and favourite, it's going to be really difficult. And already prior to going on the Disney Wish, I've got those voices of people I deeply care and love who've all been on the Wish and told me all the things that they don't like about the Wish. So, we shall see.
I shall say nothing. Yes. I think it's just a different experience. I'm going to play it very neutral. And I'm a little bit like you. Dream was my first ship, so I have a very special place in my heart for the Dream. So, I look forward to chatting, Michelle, in the distant future.
That's all, providing that Michelle doesn't injure herself going down the slide to the kids' club or on the inflatable Incredi blow-up assault course thing.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine, Michelle. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Just don't do anything silly, because you won't be able to enjoy when you get back on solid land again.
True, because I'll have lots of amazing plans, which I shared in last week's podcast, roughly. Because I'm not going to give everything away, because we've got some pretty amazing things. And on last week's show, we spoke a little bit about the coffee and the breakfast challenges I was planning on doing. So that's really exciting. But before we move on, let's go to On This Day in Disney History.
Okay, what you got, Michelle?
1915.
Okay.
Actress Gloria Blondell was born on this day in New York City.
Right.
Now, she was one of the many voices of Daisy Duck.
Oh, okay.
And she took over from Clarence Nash, who was the voice of Donald Duck, and she started on the film Donald's Crime in 1945, giving Daisy a more feminine, human voice. And she continued to voice her in four further shorts between 1945 and 1947. Now, if you know your Hollywood history, you will have recognised the name Blondell because she was the sister of the popular Hollywood actress Joan Blondell, and she was in, oh my word, like 20-odd Hollywood features.
Oh, okay.
So, thought I'd share that one. That caught my eye, and I thought, ooh, I likey that one.
What else we got?
In 1955, Disneyland's Dumbo Flying Elephants opened in Fantasyland.
Well, of course, yes, so this will be all the little, I suppose 55 would be a busy year, because as things rolled out and more things became, quote, online, as the park got into its stride.
Yeah, because it wasn't an opening day attraction.
Yeah, easy to think it probably was, though.
So keep that in your head, Jayne, just in case it ever comes up on a trivia question.
Very true, yeah. I don't think my brain's got enough space for all the trivia that I know.
On this day in 2019, actor, director and screenwriter Peter Fonda sadly passed away at the age of 79 in California.
Oh.
Peter Fonda was the son of Henry Fonda and the younger brother of Jayne Fonda and the father of Bridget Fonda. What an amazing family.
Yeah, proper Hollywood dynasty there, isn't it?
Absolutely. So that is on this day in Disney history. We have got a challenge for each other coming up on today's podcast, Jayne.
We have. Go on then, Michelle.
We are going to see how little we can spend in a theme park, but still ensure that we get 3 meals and a snack.
3 meals and a snack. Yeah, go on. How much are we spending, Michelle?
$30.
This was not an easy one.
I think for me, I pretty much smashed it because I ended up choosing the 2 parks. That one was the easiest, Epcot, and the other was the hardest, Magic Kingdom, because as we know, Michelle is not a fan of the quick service eateries in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might have sort of thought, oh, lovely cheeseburger spring rolls. Michelle isn't a fan. So I had to do quite a lot of sort of sniggling around to try and find this out. But why are we doing this, Jayne? It's because it's one of the most asked questions on any Disney social media page. How much money should I take? Well, you can take several $1,000s and quite easily spend it, or you can take a couple of $100 and still have a wonderful experience, still eat some amazing food, but perhaps not have that bigger credit card damage at the end of it. And I think for me and you, who go quite often, trying to spend as least money as possible will enable us to have another trip, because one of the things I do try to do is to really minimise my spend. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that does annoy me a little bit on the old social medias, where people have a tendency to talk about how much it costs to go to Disney, and you see these crazy headlines about people spending, stupid amounts of money, and I kind of get annoyed because it's like, well, you can't moan about spending stupid amounts of money if you've actively spent stupid amounts of money. Everybody should know what their limits are and should therefore tailor their experiences to those limits. It's like, nobody's forcing anybody to buy a lightning lane. You don't have to buy a lightning lane. So nobody's forcing you to go and have, sit down restaurant meals every day of your trip. There's ways and means you can do it. So you could have an odd day where you have a splurge, but then have other days where you scale back and you go down a more frugal route.
And it's all about balance. There are so
yeah.
many ways to save money, and we'll talk about them at the end. So I started off in the Magic Kingdom and I thought, best meal of the day, I'm going to have something to eat and I am going to have something filling but kind of healthy. I was going to go over to the Liberty Square Market, grab myself a banana and a coffee, and I'm able to do that for under $8.
Okay, yeah.
That's a pretty good breakfast.
Healthy
banana and coffee.
Yeah.
It's food on the go. Now, yes, I could have chosen the tater tots. They are a good meal to share, but I'm not doing sharing. Michelle is not sharing. So I thought of that. Obviously, then I would hop around and do a few attractions, and then it would be lunchtime. And I thought a good place for me is Pecos Bill, Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. And this is one of the best tips that I can share with people. You don't have to be a child to order a child's meal at a quick service. Anybody can.
Yeah, nobody knows, do they? So yeah, there's no legal requirement to show said child to get child's portion.
Yeah, and for me, the chicken fajita pack or the beef taco plate is the absolute bomb, because for $8.50, you get a drink, you get a meal, and you get the sides, and it's so filling. Last time I didn't eat everything in it, and it was a kid's meal. Yeah. So I think that a really good tip to have, then obviously I'm going to go probably meander into Adventureland, and then probably I'd want a snack.
Oh, I wonder where you're going to go for a snack if you're in Adventureland, Michelle.
I'm going to go to a lower aisle and I'm going to get a Dole Whip. And my personal favourite Dole Whip is the coconut one.
Oh, okay, controversial.
Yeah, $5.99. And I'm just going to sit, I'm going to enjoy that and have a fun time. Now then I'm going to meander around a bit more, get on some attractions, maybe see parade or something, blah, blah, blah. I'll need something before it's the evening. I can't go back to Pecos Bill, so why can't I go somewhere different? How about Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe? Not only do I get crooned at by Sunny Eclipse, but I can get the kids' grilled chicken sandwich. And if I was really healthy, I could request it without a burger bun to reduce the amount of bread that I want. And then I can select a side of fruit, maybe some fries and a small water for under $8.99.
Yeah, I have to say, we had quite a lot of grilled chicken burgers over at Starlight, and a perfectly fine meal.
Yeah, so I've proven you can do 3 meals in the Magic Kingdom with a snack for under $30.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
What say you, Jane, over at Hollywood Studios?
Hollywood Studios, right. Okie dokie. First meal of the day. I am going to the Trolley Car Cafe, sausage, cheddar and egg sandwich. Your breakfast staples, $5.59. Not too snabby, is it? Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. I'm kind of then getting into the realm of potential kids' meals. Not potential, they are kids' meals. Let's be honest about it. Woody's Lunchbox, grilled cheese. So this is the kids' grilled cheese. Half sandwich with melted provolone, cheddar and American on grilled sourdough bread, served with a cutest mandarin, potato barrels and a choice of beverage. So I'm getting me dessert in my mandarin. I'm getting potato barrels to bulk out my sandwich, $7.49.
That's a good buy in anybody's language.
I think that's pretty decent, and I'd be surprised actually. I think you're getting a lot of carbs in that, so that's probably going to fill you up as well. I mean, it wouldn't be necessarily my main choice because I'm not very big on carbs, but from a value point of view, I think that's pretty darn good going.
Yeah, I agree.
Third meal of the day. Oh, shall we go snacky? Let's go snacky. Mid-afternoon snack. This is my little bit of indulgence. And when I saw this, I had to go for it. I'm at the ABC Commissary.
Okay.
And at the moment, they have a raspberry pistachio cheesecake.
Ooh.
I love raspberry and I love pistachio. So I caught it out the corner of my eye. I thought, I'm having that as my snack. So raspberry cheesecake, white chocolate ganache, pistachio whipped cream, raspberry jam and pistachios, $5.79. Feels like quite an upmarket sort of snack for $5.79 if I do say so. And then for my, she says in inverse commas, my evening meal, my last meal of the day, Backlot Express. Now this is an adult meal, it's not a kid's meal.
Oh.
Chicken strips. You get four pieces of chicken strips with French fries, $10.99.
Wow.
That makes my total for the day at $29.86. And I was quite surprised that I could get a, quote unquote, adult sized meal for $10.99. I thought that was pretty good going.
Do you know what I'm going to do though? I am going to dispatch your cheesecake, and seems that I am at Backlot. I'm going to get the Wookiee cookie instead.
Yeah.
Because I can snack on that all night, because technically it's made from oats, and oats are good for you.
You see how Disney culinary maths works, can't you?
It does. Well, I'm going to start the day at Epcot with a protein-packed snack pack.
It's not easy to say, Michelle.
It's not. And the next bit isn't very easy either. It's the Kabuki Cafe, and they have little pots of chilled edamame.
Okay.
And for me, you get to peel your own vegetables, and have fun doing so. And for $4.50, that's giving me a lot of protein power to get me through the day as I wander around Epcot.
Yeah, could do.
My lunch is going to be at the Tangerine Cafe, and they have a chamula chicken kebab, and it's savoury, it's spicy, it's not too heavy. It's a chicken skewer coated in warm North African spices, served alongside a spiced carrot and chickpea salad with garlic aioli. There is a lot to this, and I'm there all the way. $6.25.
Wow.
That to me is a bargain.
Absolutely.
I'm going to enjoy Epcot, wander around, but I'm getting a bit cold because it's been raining. And you know when you got wet through with rain, what do you want, Jayne? You want soup.
I'm going to say you need something to warm you up. Warm the cockles of your heart, Michelle.
Yeah. So I'm going to go over to the Les Halles Boulangerie Patisserie, and I am going to get the lobster bisque in a cup, not in a bread roll. I'm also going to ask for a half baguette. The half baguette is $2.95, and the soup in a cup is $6.95. And I'm going to be a right Yorkshire woman, and I'm going to get my half baguette and stick it into my cup of soup and enjoy.
That's what you do with soup, isn't it? Dunk.
Absolutely, dunk. And then I thought, well, a bit later on in the evening, I might fancy a coffee to give me a bit of power to get me through watching the fireworks. So I'm going to go to Kringla Bakery au Café. I mentioned this last week. It is their cold crumb coffee, inspired by Norway's much famous school bread pastry, coconut flavoured cold brew topped with vanilla custard cold foam and toasted coconut. Get in my tummy for $6.29. I am well under the limit. I have done an amazing job.
There you go. True Yorkshire lass coming out in you, Michelle.
What about you at Animal Kingdom? Where did you go with that one?
Well, I'm going to start at breakfast, Kusafari. They do an overnight oats. So
nice.
$5.29 for their overnight oats, which comes with berry compote and house-made granola. So, you know, your standard, but nice and cheap. And again, like you said before, it's oats, therefore it should be nice and filling and give you some energy to kick off the day, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm then looking at a kids' meal, my next meal. Over at Yak and Yeti food cart, they've actually got a chicken strips. Now, chicken strips is $9.99. It's on the kids' menu, but it includes a cookie, it includes fresh fruit, and you get your choice of milk or juice or water. So I don't think for $10, when you're getting cookie, fruit, and a drink, and some chicken strips, that's not bad going at all, is it?
That's good, is that?
It is. It wouldn't be a trip to Animal Kingdom if you didn't partake of a classic Animal Kingdom afternoon snack. So over at Pongu Pongu, we're going to have the Pongu Lumpia, the classic pineapple cream cheese spring roll, because that's only $3.79.
I wasn't a fan of it. I know a lot of people love it.
Yeah, a bit more mighty kind of with people, isn't it? But bargain price. Because then I'm going a little bit of a splurge, not an awful lot, but a little bit of one over at Flame Tree. I can actually have their smokehouse chicken salad. So pulled chicken, mixed greens, salad with cheese in it, some apples, cranberries, some croutons, barbecue ranch dressing, $11.99. I have gone slightly over the $30, I will confess. That does come to a $31.06. So I am slightly over, but I was slightly under on my Hollywood Studios. So I figure in the grand scheme of things, I kind of even myself out. But I think it's that mixture. You can say, if you look at the children's menu, you can maybe get something, portion size might be smaller, but if you take that as your lunch option, it might be all that you actually need. And then that might give you a little bit of extra cash that you can play with for your meal later on in the day. And obviously you don't have to have a snack, so you could obviously save that snack money and add it onto one of your meals.
And our favourite place in Animal Kingdom is Satuli Canteen, and we know the kids' meals there are plentiful.
absolutely. I was very tempted to start with breakfast at Satula because I do love their frittata and beef, but it would have screwed up my budgeting for the rest of the day, so I opted not to.
There are lots of other things you can do to reduce your prices. You know, you could maybe go out of the theme park and go to a resort. True. Because that way, if you've got a resort mug, you can utilise your cup to get beverages, and that's going to bring your cost down. You can take your own water in, or you can ask for a cup of water at any of the quick serve restaurants. That's going to save you money. There's plenty of water fountains. For me, who has got a weird gastro issues, I can't drink any water that is from the fountains or from the quick serves because it always makes me really poorly. So I always, at the beginning of my trip, go and do a monster shop at somewhere like Walmart or Target and get water. And that's what I'm going to do on this trip. And I'm also going to take into the park some snacks with me and some Ziploc bags, because what I don't eat, if it is suitable to put into a Ziploc bag, it's going in the Ziploc bag. And I was recording with my friend Tom, and he came up with a fantastic idea for utilising a popcorn bucket as a carrier for other foods. So say, for example, that you want to go and see Fantasmic. You sat there for a long time before Fantasmic starts. So if you've got a Ziploc bag or your popcorn bucket, go somewhere and fill it up with tater tots or chicken strips and chips and just sit and eat it. Brilliant idea.
Yeah. No, let's say there's nothing stopping you taking bits and bobs in, even if it's like some protein bars or something that's easy to carry around that you can just grab and go with, and just maybe fill in a little gap throughout the day. So, and I say, water's probably one of the best things as well, Michelle. Like say, buying bottled water from the likes of a Target or similar, it's going to be a darn sight cheaper than buying bottles in the park or splurging out on other types of drinks as well.
Disney don't mind you taking your own things in as well, so as long as it's not something that isn't going to go off, I highly recommend doing that. Let us know if we've missed off one of your favourite hacks.
Yeah, maybe something we don't know about.
That's going to round off podcast number 608. If you would like to have further from us, why not visit patreon.com/Disney Dream Girls, and you will get exclusive content, additional content, earlier content, and our eternal thanks for supporting the show financially. And the shows on Patreon will always be advert free. You can also see what we're up to in our daily life at Diz Dream Girls, and you can contact us info@DisneyDreamGirls.com. But until next time, it's a goodbye from me.
And bye from me.